We can now bring in Dr. Muhammed Zahid, Chief Executive of Physicians Across Continents. Thank you very much for joining us here on France 24. You are in Gaziantep. I believe you heard there, I was speaking to our correspondent in Gaziantep, and she was talking about the cold temperatures that people are witnessing over there. How long do rescue workers have to hopefully find people bring people out alive?
Unfortunately, maybe today is the last day that we can secure lives and we can save lives of people who are still under the destroyed building, under the rubble. Because this is the third day, and in this temperature, in this very low temperature, we are expecting that we are already late. I hope that the civil defense and the first responders will be able to help as much possible as they can from these victims.
Okay, so another 24 hours. The next 24 hours seem to be crucial. Can you talk us through what survivors who actually do make it out alive, what are they treated for?
Actually, a lot of trauma cases we are receiving in our hospitals. Fractures, blunt injuries, bleeding. They need blood, they need surgeries, they need major interventions. And for sure, the whole community is in need of psychological support after this massive disaster.
Now, I know you have a team of doctors working over in Syria. What are they telling you?
Yeah, they are working actually 24 hours since that disaster started. They are exhausted and they are receiving a lot of cases. They need medicines, they need fuel to operate generators because there is no electricity. And even they are concerned about their safety because a lot of mild earthquakes are still there. Even this morning we have one, maybe 2 hours ago or 3 hours ago. So they are still working in this insecure situation. And as you know, all the buildings in this area are already very fragile, not that much good infrastructure. So they are concerned about possibility of having more destruction in the next few days. They are concerned about the safety of water sources for the use of people because already we used to have, before this earthquake, we used to have cholera outbreak in Syria. And now we are actually concerned about more and more cases of cholera.
Okay, there is this concern that of a cholera outbreak in the aftermath of an earthquake like this. Can you tell us, Doctor, what do you need from the international community? Is it medicine? Do you need blood? And I'm talking about not just over in Turkey, but also in Syria.
We need free access to the northeast Syria for all humanitarian support. We should send everything to these people. Already they were under complex emergency situation, and now the situation deteriorated double or even triple. So these people will need at least 12 months of massive humanitarian support to save lives of the community. They are about 4.5 or 5 million of displaced. Most of them are displaced from other areas. And as mentioned a few minutes ago, the temperature now is very low and people are actually outside.
Today we have the death toll that's reached a new milestone, 11,200 people dead in Turkey and Syria. Just a short while ago, you told me that these next 24 hours are crucial in when it comes to pulling survivors out alive. Do you fear that the death toll will rise substantially given the scale of destruction? I mean, in Turkey alone, I believe some 6,000 buildings have collapsed.
Yeah, actually, we are only counting the bodies that we take it outside. So we know that thousands of people are still there under the rubble, and we are really concerned about the final number after a few days. We are concerned that maybe we will have 30 or 40 or maybe more than that, maybe 50,000 of deaths in both Syria and Turkey.
And in terms of blankets and things like that for the people who do make it out alive?
All NGOs are now working and trying to distribute blankets, trying to distribute tents. But we need more resources. We need more support from the donors, from the international community, from the international humanitarian community. because our resources are stretched, and we are, as you know, it's now only less than 3 days since this problem started. So we don't have all our resources used for it, actually. All our staff are working, all our funds that we receive it for other purposes are allocated for this crisis. And we need the humanitarian community and the donors to support Syrian people and to allocate more funds to support the humanitarian response.
And doctor, do you have the necessary power at the hospital, at the medical facility where you're at, given that the earthquake just took place 48 hours ago?
Actually, our staff and the staff of all health NGOs and all health professionals in this area are working 24 hours the last few days. And we use all our stock of supplies, of medicine, of consumables, and even of fuel. And everything is consumed to the maximum. So maybe we are still working now. We are still receiving cases and saving lives. But actually, we need the support urgently, so not to stop.
Dr. Muhammed Zahid, thank you very much for talking to us here on France 24, and good luck with all you're doing.